Chris Stratton is on the pitch from the bullpen
please.
now to start inning number 7.
For the Giants, number 34, Chris Stratton.
Into the box now, Daniel Murphy. He singled his last time up.
The first baseman, number 9, Daniel Murphy.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The windup and the 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Crawford's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Digging in once again, Trevor Story. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's had some success, 5 for 11. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Stratton, 28 years old. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Duggar's there for it. 2 down.
Up next for Colorado, the left fielder, David Dahl.
So striding forward now, David Dahl. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lined into left center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Stepping in now, Ian Desmond, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. Williamson is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Rockies strand 1, but they're in front 4-0. So in now for San Francisco, Alan Henson. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a photo, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And it's 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Fouled away.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Popped up. Murphy has room in foul territory. 1 away.
Up next for the Giants, the catcher, Buster Posey.
Ready once again, Buster Posey. No hits to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Hit hard up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw to Murphy's in time, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Brandon Belt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Belt in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Big cut at the 2-0 slider, but he comes up empty. 2-1. Man, and he's nowhere near that pitch. It's 2-2.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Still even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0. Stepping up now, Garrett Hampson. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Number 1.
First pitch on its way. This is pulled into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box now, Chris Iannetta. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Kyle Freeland. And an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon. And you have to say he's really earned it. Here's the first pitch to him. Left side, but well foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Again, another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Riding in once again, Evan Longoria. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Arenado's got it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Into the box, Brandon Crawford. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Story has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Matt Williamson.
In now, Mac Williamson, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Here's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Giants down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon. His career numbers in this matchup. He's hitting .437. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get fouled.
By about a foot.
Here's a ball lined over the head of Crawford into left center, a base hit.
Well, that's something you see often in batting practice. Guys using the whole field there, D-Row. I like to see that. A lefty that's just not always pull happy.
100%, Dan. That pitchers have gotten so much nastier in today's game that if you're not willing to play with the entire field, you're going to struggle.
In now, Nolan Arenado, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. The relay. The tag, and he is out at second.
Well, he clearly thought he had a shot at 2 on the hit, but they did a nice job in the outfield of getting it in quick to cut him down.
Into the box, Daniel Murphy, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. This is line to left. A reach, but he can't get it in left, and this is going to skip right on by him. He pulls into second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
So next it'll be the number 4 batter for the Rockies, Trevor Story. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over.
Oh.
Rockies do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. Last chance coming up for the G-men. It's the Rockies 5 and the Giants nothing. Digging in now, Cameron Maben. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's in there for strike 1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Joe Panic will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Strike taken up in the zone. One out, nobody on. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Stepping in now, Steven Duggar, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. A ball and a strike to the Giants leadoff man. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point.
As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. He's set. Here it comes. Strike one to start the at bat. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
At the plate, Buster Posey. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First offering on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Blackmon going back, and he tracks it down, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
5-0 the final score today. Colorado took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Kyle Freeland gets the W on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Rockies, 5 runs, 16 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base.